Chapter 8, General Etiquette and Manner. 1917. It's been few years for Nehru to have returned from England and participating actively in Indian freedom struggle. Gandhiji, impressed by Nehru's participation in freedom movements, wanted to meet him in private and thus calls him for a dinner at his ashram one day. Nehru asks for table cutlery and is supplied with what he needed in front of him. He draws napkins and prepares to have his dinner served. Deep travels in the time machine and watching both have dinner stops. He is amazed at the thought that even people in pre-independent era knew table manners and the use of cutlery. His curiosity grows and he appears in front of Nehru with Narad.
It's so surprising to know that you use table cutlery while eating.
What amazes you are general etiquette, or you may say table manners when you are dining with others.
Pandit Nehru has studied in England and has since learned manners to be followed when in public space.
Etiquettes are applied everywhere, in private, in public, when dining with many others, or in flight even. And following table manners when you are sitting with others for dining is considered to be polite and socially correct thing to do.
But I don't know how to eat with knife and fork.
That's all right. It's not a matter of shame. You can at least try and learn the ways. Even Gandhiji knows table rules, although he does not use them out of choice and to promote everything Swadeshi. If you are in an official lunch or dinner, you must follow table manners.
I know quite a few points my father taught us, like eating with closed mouth without making noise. Sit straight when eating, don't knock on utensils.
Also, always try to use please and thank you when asking to pass over something to someone, and excuse yourself when you leave in emergency. Please get some rice. There are certain set rules to be practiced whether you are in a flight, on a vacation in a hotel, a corporate meeting, or even while talking to your fellow workers.
The time machine takes Deep to the post-independence era. Pandit Nehru is on his first trip to America to build ties between the two nations. It is a long-hour flight. Nehru wants to relax on his seat. He peeps out and asks the person sitting behind him if it is okay with him if Nehru reclines his chair to rest. The person nods and Nehruji pushes his chair backwards.
Is it necessary to ask for someone else's permission to relax?
No, I was not seeking permission, but it is not good to encroach someone's leg space during a flight, and is always good to notify the person in advance so that you don't end up hitting him. Thus, traveling also calls for some good conduct.
All this sounds like modern-day corporate meeting conducts.
Yes, meetings too follow certain rules. When I speak to an audience, I try to keep up the spirit of the environment and try to involve my audience.
Much like the meetings at business organizations, they also involve the staff to give their opinion on certain ideas, issues and projects. Recently, I served at Commonwealth Games that took place in our country as a volunteer. And we were trained by a supervisor that more than words, people read body language. So, we speak more through non-verbal techniques than to shout and scream.
I try to keep up the spirit of the environment and try to involve my audience. Yes, to show your interest in discussions and involve the audience, it is utmost important to encourage them with feedbacks and go with the flow of your audience. That is, when you see your audience getting bored of the speech, encourage them to participate and give their opinion. Respect not only your superiors, but also your fellow mates to earn back respect from them.
Follow your work ethics with dedication and standard parameters and earn love and respect from one and all.